Welcome to Now. I'm David Bird.
And I'm Aisha Khalid.
This week, some scientists say that we look the way we do because we had to fight to survive. Plus, a new short film looks at gender roles in the Filipino-American community.
And that's all coming up on this edition of Now.
The Frameline San Francisco International LGBT Film Festival is the oldest ongoing and largest film exhibition dedicated to lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender issues.
This year, a short film about gender roles in the Filipino-American community is set to play during the Homegrown program, which showcases the work of local San Franciscans.
Prinsesa is the story of Ray, a young Filipino-American father who struggles to understand why his 6-year-old son, Jojo, identifies more with the princess in his recalling of the Filipino folk dance, the Singkil, rather than the prince in the story.
Jojo, stop. You can't be the princess.
Yes, I can. Watch me.
No, Jojo. I mean, you can't. Not the princess.
But why not?
Because you're a boy, Jojo.
But I want to be like Mommy. You don't think I'm pretty?
Of course you're pretty. I mean...
Ray, come on.
Throughout the 12-minute film, Ray must address his own ideas of masculinity as well as his role as a father.
Conrad Panganiban and Emmanuel Romero, along with Drew Stevens, are the 3 co-writers of Prinsesa, which was an all-volunteer project.
Panganiban and Romero, both Filipino-Americans living in San Francisco, spoke with VOA's Ashley Westerman about how they each drew from different experiences while writing the film.
Prinsesa co-writer Conrad Panganiban says he wanted to write from a Filipino father's standpoint and how one would react if his son was accused of being gay. He said he drew from his own experiences growing up dealing with the guy's guy mentality in the Filipino-American community, as well as seeing a family torn apart because a family member came out as gay.
I've seen the effects that it can have on families, and especially in a Filipino household where masculinity is still very respected and male gender roles are very put in a box. And what I wanted to do was to highlight this form of masculinity and what it can do to harm people, especially in this case, kids who are thought of as being gay and being ostracized by the community, and who would come to their defense as a father would.
Fellow co-writer Emmanuel Romero says even though he mostly drew from other people's experiences and stories dealing with LGBT issues, he also wanted to address questions kids may have. He says he has 3 nephews between the ages of 2 and 7 who are growing up in a world that is becoming more accepting towards the LGBT community.
That's great, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the bullies have gone away. And so, they're young, and I don't know if they're going to have questions later on about their own sexual orientation or gender identity. But I would love for them to grow up in a world where they feel like it's safe to have those kinds of questions. And I feel like by working on a project like Prinsesa, hopefully I'm helping to contribute to the conversation.
The Philippines as a country is one of the most accepting of the LGBT community. It was recently ranked the 10th most gay-friendly country in a global survey and is considered the most gay-friendly nation in Asia. This is all despite the devout Roman Catholic majority in the Philippines, the only country other than the Vatican where divorce is illegal. Romero thinks it's important to increase the visibility of LGBT community issues both in the Philippines and in the U.S., and that Prinsesa is a part of that very important conversation.
In this movie, I feel like Ray doesn't necessarily have the answer about whether Jojo is or isn't transgender or gender nonconforming. The only thing that Ray does know is that he needs to love and support his child no matter what.
That was Emmanuel Romero and Conrad Panganiban, co-writers of the film Prinsesa, speaking with VOA's Ashley Westerman.
The film will be shown at the Frameline San Francisco International LGBT Film Festival on June 22nd.
Thanks for joining us for this edition of Now.
If you have any questions or comments about anything you heard on our show, log on to our Facebook page, VOA Asia.
If you'd like to hear the program again, you can log on to our website, www.voanews.com/now. We're also on iTunes.
And we are on Twitter. Our address there is @NowVOA Show.
Patrice Martin produces our program.
The managing editor of VOA English is Diane Gao.
Until next time, I'm David Bird.
And I'm Aisha Khalid.
Join us again Monday for another edition of Now.